with regard to the national education policy and the topic of third language, the center and the Tamil Nadu is at rift with each other, and the state of Tamil Nadu is not accepting the three language policy of the national education policy, and that is what we will be looking today. Hello and welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be talking about the topic of should a third language be compulsory or not. So first of all, about the points of discussion, first we will be looking at the news. Then what is third language policy? What are the issues associated with it? Constitutional provisions, safeguard for linguistic minorities, and in the end a prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 2, that is federalism. So the news talks about should a third language be compulsory or not. Before moving forward, Drishti IAS Mukherjee Nagar classes has now shifted to Noida, and the offline batches admissions are open for both English medium and Hindi medium for the IAS GS Foundation course covering both prelims and mains. In case of any query, give us a call at 87501, or you can also download the Drishti Learning app. The news talks about that there is a tussle between the center and the Tamil Nadu government over the three language formula in schools under the new education policy 2020. So the new education policy of 2020, under the schools, it was recommended that the three language formula must be adopted. It means that three language must be taught in school. The union government has indicated that it needs to be complied with for the release of funds tied to the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. So under the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, the funds which the center releases, it has said that the state needs to follow the three language policy or the provisions of the national education policy to receive funds under the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. And that is why there is a conflict between the center and the Tamil Nadu government, because Tamil Nadu government is not agreeing to the three language policy or three language formula under the national education policy 2020. And the Tamil Nadu government views it like the Hindi imposition and insists that it would continue with its two language policy. So the government of Tamil Nadu says that this will impose Hindi language on them, and they want to follow their two language policy which they are following as of now. Now let us talk about the constitutional provisions with regard to the languages. So Hindi is the official language of the Union, and Hindi written in the Devanagari script, and this is given under Article 343. And then English was originally meant to continue as the official language for 15 years from the commencement of the constitution till 1965. So from the commencement of the constitution, for the coming 15 years, English will continue to work as the official language. Then according to the Official Languages Act 1963, it provides for the continued use of English in addition to Hindi. It means Hindi as well as English for all official purposes of the union without any time limit. So for the official purposes of the union, Hindi as well as English will continue to work. Then legislature of a state may adopt any one or more of the languages in use in the state or Hindi as the official language for official purposes of that state. So any state, it is their choice that either they can adopt Hindi as their official language, or they can adopt the language which is spoken in their language. So it is up to them. It shall be the duty of the union to promote the spread of the Hindi language so that it may serve as a medium of expression. So the union should promote the spread of Hindi. Now let us talk about that what is the three language policy. So the three language formula was first introduced under the national education policy of the year 1968, and this policy and the official language resolution of 1968, it mandated that teaching of Hindi as a language in non-Hindi speaking states. So that, see, teaching of Hindi as a language in non-Hindi speaking states. So the states in which Hindi is not spoken, those states must also try to learn the language Hindi. Then protest against the same in Tamil Nadu, and it has steadfastly followed its two language policy of teaching Tamil and English in its government schools. So the state of Tamil Nadu is viewing it as the imposition of Hindi on their state which they do not want, and they as of now follow the two language policy, that is Tamil and English. Then according to the National Education Policy of 2020, it retained the three language formula with a key difference that it doesn't impose any language on any state. So the imposition of any language on any state is not compulsory. It specifies that the languages to be learnt will be the choice of the state. So it is on the state, and the state can choose the language of their choice, regions and the students, so long as at least two of the three languages are native to India. Now let us talk about the provisions of the three language policy. So the first language must be a mother tongue or a regional language. So a mother tongue and a regional language, and the students must learn their mother tongue or the regional language of the state. So either the mother tongue of that state or the regional language. Like for example, Kannada is the first language in Karnataka, Malayalam is the first language in Kerala, Tamil is the first language in Tamil Nadu. Then coming on to the second language, which can be either Hindi or English. So in Hindi speaking states, students must learn English or another modern Indian language, and in non-Hindi speaking states, Hindi is taught as the second language. So this can be done in that way, because every state can have first language and then the second language. Then third language, another Indian language or English. So in Hindi speaking states, students must learn a non-Hindi Indian language or Sanskrit. So example, you can take Sanskrit as a third language in Madhya Pradesh. So the state can have first language, like for example, imagine first language is Hindi, second language is English, and third language can be Sanskrit. And this can be in any state, and it is up to the state the language which they want to choose. Now what are the issues which are coming with regards to the three language policy or the three language formula? So that is poor learning outcomes. So according to the ASER 2022 report, it found that 60% of class 5 students unable to read a class 2 level text. So they are not able to read. Then ASER 2023 report tells that 25% of youth from the age of 14 to 18 years cannot fluently read basic text in their regional language, highlighting foundational literacy gaps. So this says that the literacy gap is present in our society, and the students at the basic level are not able to read or write properly or in a good percentage. Then inadequate public investment in education. Like for example, according to the National Education Policy of 2020, the target in percentage to invest in education must be 6% of GDP, but as of now that is not happening, because the percentage of GDP that is being spent on the education is around 4.5% of GDP. Then next is the disparity in funding allocation. So around 85% of elementary education costs are borne by the states, and around 15% is borne by the center. Then this fiscal imbalance creates unequal resource distribution, impacting the teacher availability and also the infrastructure quality in less developed regions, because the infrastructure quality demand needs to be high and the infrastructure quality needs to be good. Then next are the constitutional provisions again. So languages of the state, that comes under Article 345. It says that the state legislature can adopt one or more language in use in the state or Hindi as the official language for the state administration. Then promotion of Hindi, which comes under Article 351. It says it is the union's duty to promote the spread of Hindi to serve as a medium for all elements of India's composite culture while drawing from Sanskrit and other Indian languages. So it is union's duty to promote Hindi, and it is given under Article 351, and also the spread of Hindi. Now with regard to the safeguard for the linguistic minorities, it says that Article 350A talks about that state must provide primary education in the mother tongue of the linguistic minority groups. Then the Article 350B, it talks about that the establishment of a special officer for linguistic minorities to investigate and report on their safeguard. So a special officer for linguistic minorities who needs to look whether things are going in the right way or not, and anything wrong if that is happening, then that needs to be raised. So this is about the safeguard for linguistic minorities, and in the end a prelims MCQ, and like always you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section. So the question reads, what is the percentage of National Education Policy 2020 target of spending on education in terms of percentage to GDP? 4%, 5%, 6% or 7%? So we have discussed this in the video. So give me the answer in the comment section. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time. Keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe. And do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.